Hi friends, in continuation with the previous video, now we are going to see the low side works, that is ducting system, supply and retainer system. Few images in the video is shown for your understanding. Ducting with insulation, air terminals, control devices, etc. Let us see the description of material which are used for the low side works, which inclusive of supply and installation. So plenum with volume control damper, and is there any indoor unit, whether it is plate, cassette, any unit which is used, that to be identified. And exhaust fresh air unit. Fresh air unit will be for all AHU units, and any exhaust system for any toilet or any fresh air units and exhaust system for kitchen, that to be captured. So ducting materials which inclusive of flexible ducting, VAV boxes, control cable and controllers if you are using VAV. So insulation material, acoustic and thermal with their thickness, and sound attenuators, motorized damper, fusible link damper, spiral air box and fire damper. So air terminals, that is grills and diffusers, copper pipe, drain pipe with its insulation, and the damper control panel, cabling works, integration with fire system, integration with VMS system, and overall testing and commission. These are the part of scope of low side works. This is the ducting layout for your reference, how the ducting will look like. So what are the small box mentioned? Those are the air terminals. You can see here the general arrangements of plenum box, how it looks. So below will be the AH unit. AH unit will be connected to the plenum by using a duct. From plenum, the supply air duct will be connected and it will be routed to all the areas wherever the air conditioned air is required. Let us see about the ducting materials, the different types of ducting material, the accessories which is used in all the supply and return air ducting system. Ducting is used as a medium for airflow. Depends upon the area the ducting will be designed. So there are different types of accessories used: bend, reducer, T, 45-degree duct, flexible duct, and there are different types of duct as well: oval type, square duct, and as well as rectangular duct. Oval type duct will be always 15% higher in cost compared to rectangular and square duct. Ducting will be done with different gauge aluminum material starting from 18 gauge to 24 gauge. The lesser the gauge, the more the thickness. So if the thickness is more, the withstand capacity of the ducting material will be more. So the size of the duct you can do in the bigger size. For example, minimum you need to maintain 18 gauge. Instead of 18 gauge, if you go with high like 24 or 22 gauge, the sagging will start happening. That is the reason 18 gauge material is used. Similarly, we have different types of gauge material for different size of ducting. For 20 gauge you can use 750 mm to 1000 mm, and 22 gauge you can use for 500 mm to 750 mm. So all duct will have a volume, so length, width and height. So length you can extend how much you want, depends upon the requirement. Height depends upon the height and the width. This gauge has to be selected. Let us see about the ducting controls which is used in the ducting system. In the ducting system, we will use volume control damper for adjusting the volume of the air requirement. Another one is variable air volume. So variable air volume will be done automatically. Depends upon our requirement, the volume of the air will vary even in small percentage to higher percentage. Whereas the other case is fire damper. Fire damper will be used to completely shut down and open the airflow. In case of fire, fire damper will receive a command from fire panel and it will go in the off mode. So automatically fire damper will close so that the airflow will not happen from AH2 to the ducting. So hence any fire happened, that will not spread further because of the stop of airflow from the fire damper. All fire damper has to be integrated with the fire alarm panel. Fire damper is used as a safety measure. Except exhaust system, all duct should have fire damper system. This fire damper can be motorized or fusible link. So motorized damper will do it by own. So fusible link, when fire hit the damper, because of that heat, when it reaches the heat of 68 degrees centigrade, the link inside the damper will cut, and by that the fire damper will get closed. These are the two types available. These are the insulation material which is used for ducting, and you can see sound attenuator also shown. Sound attenuator is also known as a duct silencer. There are two types of insulation used. One is acoustic insulation and another one is thermal insulation. Acoustic insulation will be used at the start point of the unit to particular distance. Depends upon the length of the duct. Some area they will use 3 meter as a minimum to 8 meter. And whereas thermal insulation will be used above the duct, thermal insulation restricts the heat transfer, acoustic insulation restricts the sound transfer. Combination of both is the effective method. So materials, fiberglass and mineral fiber insulations are used. We'll see about copper pipe and drain pipe. Any VRF or VRV system or any split unit, copper pipe will be used. So all the indoor units of split, whereas cassette will have a drain pipe as well. So all this has to be insulated properly by using the insulation material. This is to avoid condensation for the damper panel and its control. Damper will be fixed inside the duct. It's hardly difficult to see whether the damper is working or not until unless we are able to hear it. So to know the healthy status of the damper, this control panel will be used. So in this control panel there will be two status. One will be open status and another will be closed status. Whenever the fire command is triggered, once the damper is closed, you can able to see the red color light blinking. So whenever it is open, you can able to see the green color light blinking. That is how you can authenticate the fire damper healthy condition. Guys, hope you like this video. Please subscribe, like, comment and share. Thank you.